South Texas, which is the border right there, the tip of the United States right there. I teach US history to 11th graders. I am a single mother of 3. I am super excited to be here. This is my 2nd year. And one of the challenges that I'm currently facing in my schools is that I was docked points for using some Spanish language while teaching 90% of Hispanics in my class. So I was like, wow, that's a challenge. So what I defended myself saying, hey, have you even looked at my demographics? So how did I respond to this challenge? Implemented my Historias Americanas, what I learned about implementing the children's funds of knowledge, place-based learning to create culturally relevant teaching and transformative teaching. And it does help because most of these kids speak Spanish. So those are the funds of knowledge they bring in. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Bernice. And Mr. McGriggs, welcome.
Good morning. My name is Frank McGriggs. At the time when I received the call about coming on with you all, I was teaching middle school math in Utica, Mississippi. I'm from Utica, Mississippi. I'm a father of 4. As of last Wednesday, I am no longer teaching. I have been appointed as Director of Talent Search at the university level. I enjoyed teaching, but one of the challenges I faced was time management. We didn't have a lot of time. We were taking, our planning period was taken due to teacher shortages. A lot of teachers had been out because of the pandemic due to sicknesses, and they spread the activity teachers out, so we didn't get any planning time. So I was caught between trying to get teacher tasks done during class time when I'm with the kids. A lot of tasks were placed upon us to do, and I had the #1 scores in my district for math, for middle school math. That was no problem with teaching the content, but I was caught a few times trying to take care of teacher tasks like do data, or as team leader try to put together different ideas for our team during class time because we didn't have a planning period. So I would try to meet with the other teachers in their room on Zoom, without leaving my classroom. We would have little quick Zoom sessions when we put our kids to work. So it just became a struggle there. But like I said, I'm no longer teaching now. I didn't know I wasn't going to be teaching anymore. It caught me by surprise because I had put in at a few colleges and universities, and they asked me to come on and get fully staffed before the summer. So I came on early to hire people, and of course, my district requested that my license are suspended for the rest of the year on to next school year in retaliation for that.
Thank you, Mr. McGriggs. I'm going to move on to Ms. Rahmaan.
Good morning. My name is Kameelah Rahmaan. I am from Oakland, California, and I teach at Skyline High, and I am a social science teacher. Good morning, Chepe. And one of my issues is cultural competence. I actually find at times that teachers don't understand their students, so therefore there is that barrier, like Mrs. Barron actually said. Kids already come with I think she said a fund of knowledge. Folks have to be able to take that and make it do what it do, versus trying to make every kid cookie cutter. I'm at a school where there is not a lot of diversity far as teachers. You know, it is very, very challenging. And I am just kind of trying to figure out, how is it that we can't get more teachers of color? Is it that teaching isn't being, I don't know, promoted to us? I don't know, but that's my issue here up on the West Coast in Oakland, California. So, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rahmaan. And Mr. Shapiro?
What's up, everybody? Thank you for having me up here. My name is Eric Shapiro, also from Skyline High School in Oakland, California. I'm one of the people on the panel who has never actually been a teacher like that. I'm a community schools manager, which is like I manage a lot of the partnerships that we have on campus, the different people we bring in for community to make sure we have as many services as we can to try to provide the space for our students to be as successful as we want them to see them be, and to help develop that our campus is an extension of community. That is a place where so many of our students spend so much of their time, and that making sure community is a part of that school campus inherently reflective of what's happening out in the community work we're doing out amongst the rest of our communities and families. A big issue for me, I guess coming from a different perspective sometimes, is that like, I feel like the direction of education gets pushed in a very specific way. And, you know, I've been in the business, I've been doing this for 15 years at this point in different capacities. And I'm in the business of helping try to make good adults and try to help, you know, that direction. And so sometimes trying to make, you know, I'm a product of the Oakland Unified School District myself, and seeing how hard it is to make changes in this district. And it's just a microcosm of all districts of education, of public education, seeing how much harm has been done throughout generations of people and how hard it is to rebuild the trust in what schools are providing for our families. And how do we start changing the direction that encompasses more than just the subject matters we tackle, but how do we tackle the skills and the social emotional work that it takes to make people to be able to really not just take the knowledge that they're receiving in their classrooms, but be able to take it and become happy individuals that can really move forward. And so trying to find the framework of how to make those kinds of changes and redirect the focus of what we do in schools has been a big thing for me. That's kind of the lens of where I get to come at it from. I do a lot more of the one-to-one work, and I'm seeing a lot of our tier 2 and tier 3 students who are dealing with those kinds of needs, and understanding that, you know, the obstacles and the things that the community and that our young people are going through and that their families are going through aren't going to just be solved by subject matters. It's going to take a lot of things that address what's going to go into the work that's going to help them be healthy and feel supported and feel recognized for the harm that goes through coming up in our communities. Is something that I really try to spend a lot of energy thinking about, and the perspective and what I want to, you know, hear more people talk about in these panels. So I'm really happy to be here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shapiro. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Potter.
Hello, everybody. Jackson Potter. I'm with the Chicago Teachers Union. I'm a social studies teacher at the high school level, and been in Chicago public schools for about 20 years. I'm also a graduate like Eric, and was part of union administration for about 8 years, Karen Lewis, chief of staff. And so kind of seeing kind of both ends of where teacher voice can express, end up, you know, be problematic, all the above. And so just a couple of things on my mind lately. Our school is 95% Latinx, and we have a small minority of Asian and Black students. And there's been almost kind of an allergic reaction to celebrating Black liberation movements, recognizing Black Lives Matter, though our students are on fire and really impacted in a positive way by social movements and BLM in particular. And so I help liaison with our student voice committee, and they have, you know, gotten the administration to agree to allow them to produce a video that would go, you know, to all students and begin more conversations beyond just Black History Month. So I think we need to, you know, on the union side, figure out how are we doing that everywhere and really challenging our fellow colleagues, you know, in different buildings to kind of think through, like, what does the curriculum look like? Who are we hiring? How are we hiring them? How are we ensuring that our students have a chance to replace us, once we're moving out of the classroom? So there's a lot of pipeline issues in our system. There's been a lot of school closings and firings that are targeting the Black community. And, it's really going to take a village to change that. I think, we've started, but we got a